Yes, guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the three-man online game, Season 148 concluded. And we had a good couple of sessions over the course of the weekend. We had some Saturday, some Sunday. We might even get some in tonight. And it's always good to save at a certain point, and we saved right at the start of the World Cup. So whilst we now turn our attentions to the international side of things, I think first things first, we need to go through how Season 148 concluded. And it was brutal. It was brutal. And I think in terms of, we're always, I know I am, and I think Pep is as well, and I would suspect Ian does this, we're always looking to recruit, we're always looking at the long-term side of things, about buying players, that sort of stuff. Now, I've recently changed my tactic, and since I changed it, I've had a good run of games, and the good run of games, particularly against my rivals, has been, it's been promising. However, it's all about building. So there we are, ready at the World Cup. So it's all about the building, and this is how the season finished. Ian, I think he was always in control. He was always in control, and I think, he deserved that title. Pep, it's another season for Pep to not win the title. 40 years of hurt. So he's not won a title in 40 years. Now, I can't even say that's a disgrace, because that's worse than a disgrace. That is really worse than a disgrace. And as you can see there, Chelsea, of course, won it in 44. That was me when I was manager of Chelsea. Pep last won it back in 21-22. It is absolutely appalling. It really is. But it is what it is. Over to the League Cup now then. Pep's, it was his for the taking. You may recall from the previous video, all he had to do was beat AI, and he did so, with ease, to be honest with you. I say with ease, it should have been with ease, easier, but he left it late, but he got the League Cup, and it's all about a trophy. It's all about a trophy. The FA Cup was similar sort of situation, but for Ian, and there you go, he did win it with absolute ease, and a deserved FA Cup triumph for him. And finally, the Champions League. Yeah, and if you think that's bad, that is even worse. Yeah, so I've had a good run of late, and then this game pops up. This was really to rescue my season. This was all about rescuing my season, and it didn't happen. When that happens, what can you do? What can you do when that happens? Credit where it's due to Pep. It's a trophyless season for me. We end up with nothing. We end up with absolutely nothing. But Pep, I think every 2 years is the World Club Cup. That's going to be this year in December, every even year. So Pep's going to be in that, which doesn't help your assault on the title, because it just gives you a backlog of games. Let's have a look at the transfers then that I've already confirmed this season, because the window has opened. Ian has not been too busy. He brought one player. I think I've looked at this guy before. He's not actually that bad a player. I'm not sure he's good enough to start though. Over to, that's his only player, over to Pep. And Pep has been busy, because you can see Pep's brought in 3 players, all of them from me. So, a few questions really going to surface. Why would I sell this player to Pep? Why would he sell a player to me? It's a deal that suits us both. Now there's always a method to my madness. John Price is actually Ryan Giggs' regen. For me, he hasn't lived up to that bill of Ryan Giggs. It is Ryan Giggs' regen, but he's not done it for me. So it's all about getting an exchange. He's gone over to Pep. Andy Roberts, I don't know who he's a regen of traditionally, but he's a regen of a regen, and he's just not done it for me. I think the problem with Andy Roberts, he looks great, but he just doesn't suit my formation 3 at the back. And the interesting thing is, Pep plays 3 at the back as well, so who knows? And he's brought in Rolf Knoll. Now, you could argue, why would I sell a strong defender? I've got a little bee in my bonnet at the minute about defence. I'm not going to indulge as to what it is, but it resulted in me selling Knoll. Now, let's take a look at my incomings, because we've been very busy as well. And we start with, and they're all from Pep. Alberto Marquez, a nice strong player, a nice auto value as well. We've got Davor Simonic. Now, I don't think he's not going to be a starter by no means. I wanted sort of a support backup goalie for the Rezzies. and that's him. Ruben Schmidt, now that is Robben Regen. So I actually had him ages ago, and I wasn't using wingers at the time, so I had no place for him. Offloaded him to Pep, but he makes his return. So as I said, there is a method. There is a method for me. And George Virala, again, there is a method for that striker. He probably won't start, but the method essentially is that, because I've gone 2 up top now. I've gone 2 up top, and that was why I was able to get rid of the winger, of the Ryan Giggs winger, in order to get some... we've worked on our defence. We've worked really hard on players all over the place. Let me remind you that we also brought in this guy here at deadline, Christoph, is it Sheppers? That is Eden Hazard region. So, you know, we brought in this guy close towards deadline. Very, very happy with him. He was a strong defender that I wanted. And we brought in this guy here who's done all right. Now, the problem about when I buy players throughout, during the season, they're not eligible for the Champions League. So your Champions League availability options are really restricted. In my, I'll show you something. In my resis, I have got, and I think these are certain players, but I'll show you who I think I've got. I have got Oliveri, who I think is Cellini. I think it's Cellini. And I've got a player coming on a Bosman who, he don't look good. He does not look good at all. But I think I know who he is. Let me just see, I've got 3 players coming, it would appear. I've got that player coming. Okay, don't quite know why. But obviously I've seen something in him. Yeah, I know what I've seen in him, and I can't indulge into it. So we've got him coming. We got this. Now I know who that is. That is Umiti. Umiti? I think that's Umiti. Yeah, he looks shit. I'll give him the benefit. I'll give him a year, and then we'll see. And then I've got this guy here. And of course, that I believe, based on the Balance Bravery Flair, which doesn't alter on this version, that is Buffon. So they're all youngsters, really. And we'll see how we go. We're getting rid of Garcia, who's been injured for a lot of the season. We're getting rid of Ulrich Paul. And we're looking to bring in... Oh, man. Do you know what, right? Oh, no, Ian's already looking at him. So we've got an offer for this guy. So, yeah, I've got a method for all the positions, to be honest with you. It's all the positions I've got. And I don't normally go 2 up top. And it's funny because Gary Johnson recently said he's had a bit of success with 2 up top. I converted my 3-man into a 2 up top. And this Julio, let me show you this Julio. He wasn't involved in my Champions League squad. And you can see here, 9 games, 8 goals, 9-4-4, cannot grumble. And yet you've got Ibrahimovic there as to partner him. And then you've got Lewandowski, who's still only 17. You know, I feel we've got a really, really good, strong squad now. I really do. I am working on it. I'm still... It's a slow motion. Okay, and finally now, let's go to the World Cup now then. So there you see, Ian is Germany, Pep is England, I am Holland. And our group then for the World Cup, we are going to resign from Holland. Win, lose or draw, we are going because our squad is fucking awful. So if I can reach a semi-final, I will be happy. Quarter-final, I'll be happy with quarter-finals. Semi-finals, I'll be really pleased. But so that is me. So Group A, Costa Rica, England. Pep really, I mean, if you look at that, Pep is expected to do well, I think it's fair to say. Group C then, so Cameroon, Portugal, the UAE. You'd expect us to do well, to be honest with you, although we've got some of our own players that we're up against. You'd expect us to get to the second round and then just fingers crossed. But of course, if it works A to B, we could end up with England in the second round. Who knows? No, I got that wrong. Group D, isn't it? Belgium, China, Ghana, Spain, Croatia, Italy, Mexico, Sweden, Brazil, France, Japan, Nigeria, Argentina, Iran, Romania, Senegal, and... Hang on a minute. Have I just had a mind blank there? Where the fuck's Germany? Oh, Germany, Ireland, Jamaica, Peru. So, I don't know if it goes A to B. Now, if it does... Germany could take on England. If it works out, the winners of Group A will play the runners-up of Group B, vice versa, whatever. But, yeah, I don't know what... I think Pep's plans for England will be to stay as England, whatever happens. The problem is, we all know that in CM, the international side of things is really flawed. It really is. So it's hard to know what to expect. So that's it from me, guys, on the Free Man Season 148 concluded. And until next time from me, guys, take it easy.